Good morning, good morning. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? It's your boy Big L coming to you from a undisclosed location, of course. And you know why I'm here. I've given you time to I would have came at you last night, but I was having fun. I've given you time to hear what all the critics and how they want to change the narrative and all of that stuff. So I'm here to report on last night's game. First of all, let me ask you, is everybody good? Because I know you stayed up late last night with your hating asses. Everybody good? I just want to make sure y'all good. Check this out, man. We're going to get into this game. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I got shit to do. All right? But how about them Cowboys, man? Dak Prescott and the boys pull it out 41-35 over the Seahawks. It was a tough game. It was a shootout. This was not your normal Seahawk team. As always, people get up to play the Cowboys. So you got to understand that. You got to understand that. I know everybody on TV going to tell you, oh, the Seahawks were struggling. They were 6-5, this and that, and this. Everybody gets up to play Cowboys. That's just the way it is. Cowboy fans know that. All right, but let's get into it, man. Let me get these stats pulled up here for you. Once again, I hope everybody's doing well. Let's get these comments up here. Yeah, man, let's get this stuff going. Yeah, get that shit right there where I can see it. But anyway, man, Cowboys get that victory. And it's not a lot that can be said to distract the fact that this guy, Dak Prescott, is clearly in the MVP conversation. And that's coming from a guy who was not always the greatest Dak Prescott fan, but that's my quarterback, and I got to support him, and I've always supported him. But I've always been real about it. When Dak plays great, I give him his flowers. When Dak plays bad, I let him know, or I let y'all know he played bad. But here's the thing. For the last month and a half, maybe 2 months, Dak Prescott has been in his bag. You understand what I'm saying? He is probably the biggest reason. His play has been the biggest reason for our success so far this season. We're sitting at 9-3. The 3 losses, 2 of them, Arizona, San Francisco, we got blowed out. Okay? We're going to call it what it is. We just didn't come to play those games. The Philly game, that was on us. We made the mistakes in that game, and we cost ourselves that game. Now, Philly fans will tell you different. They will tell you different. They will tell you that they went out there and they did this and did that. If you watch the film, you will see. Talk to me when you watch the film. Not TV film, but all 22. All right, let's get that straight. But Philly got the win. All right, and Philly has been finding ways to win. And that's what championship teams do. Championship caliber teams do that. That's what they tell you. Cowboys last night found a way to win. It was looking bleak. It wasn't looking great. But the Cowboys found a way to win last night, and they won. Why we can't get that same love Philly gets? Were there a lot of calls on the field by the refs? Yes, there were. Those calls were going both ways. When just going one way, as the case is with Philly. Well, like I said, man, Dak Prescott and that offense has been in his bag. And it was on a day when our defense that we depend so much on simply was not playing great. Not Brandon Cooks. Deron Bland was getting cooked last night by Metcalf. I'm going to just call it what it is. He was getting cooked. Metcalf is the first receiver I've seen kind of make Deron Bland look bad. Deron Bland did get a pick last night, but I think Metcalf had 3 touchdown receptions. Metcalf was doing the damn thing last night, man. But let's go over these stats, man. Let's first go over Seattle stats. Geno was 23 of 41 for 334, one pick, 3 touchdowns. And like I said, all 3 I think came from your boy DK Metcalf. As a team, they ran the ball for 72 yards. Charbonnet had 60 yards, rushing on 19 carries, really not a big deal. We've been pretty stout against the run. Nobody's really gashed us, not even McCaffrey. Nobody's really gashed us with the run, I think, except for maybe Arizona. But like I said, Metcalf had 6 receptions, 134, and 3 touchdowns on 8 targets. And one of those targets that was missed was an interception by Bland. So Geno played great. Geno played a good damn game. He played good enough to win the game. Don't let them fools on the 4-letter network and 3-letter network tell you different. Even though you're a Cowboy hater, they're going to tell you different. They're going to tell you Seattle was a struggling team. Geno didn't play well. Geno played well. If you score 35 points in a football game, that's good enough to win. The only reason it's not good enough to win if the other team scores 36. But in most cases, you score 35 points in a football game, you're going to win that game. But in this case, Dallas, we've been putting up 40 points on people all year. We had to put up 40 points last night to win that game. We had to. We had a lot of missed opportunities. We went for it on 4th down, didn't get it a couple of times. There was times when we went for it on 4th down. I think we should have took the field goal. But Mike McCarthy is a gambler. I ain't gonna talk bad about Mike McCarthy because Mike McCarthy, he is what he is. He's been that type of guy since he became the coach. He'll go for it on 4th down, and I like that about him. I really do. When your team is rolling, they got that momentum. Sometimes you want to go for the kill shot. You go for it on 4th down. So, with that being said, man, let's go to some highlights here from the Cowboys, or some stats rather. Like I said, Dak Prescott was 29 of 41 for 299, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions again. Y'all made a big deal about Dak Prescott and the interceptions. That's all I hear. That's all I heard. If I go back from today's date all the way to last year, 1 calendar year, all I heard from these fools on TV and from people who talk to me about the Cowboys all the time on the street, whether they're Cowboy fans or not Cowboy fans, or your boys throw too many interceptions. Well, he ain't doing it now. And if you go back and look at those interceptions, man, Dak threw 16 interceptions. If you go back and you look at each interception, one by one, you're probably going to see about 6 of them that were passes in the receiver's hands. They miss it. Ball bounces off the receiver into the defender's hand. Dak can't control that. Okay? But he got to take the heat for it. But as I said, Dak Prescott, 299 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. We're watching Jake Ferguson step up and be that replacement for Dalton Schultz. The play of Jake Ferguson has been critical in these last 2 months. And Jake Ferguson is doing the damn thing. I think the Cowboys made the right decision letting Dalton Schultz go and bringing on Ferguson, letting this guy rise up. Tony Pollard had 20 carries for 68 yards, average of 3.4. CeeDee Lamb had 2 carries for 30 yards. Dak ran a little bit. He had 7 carries, 23 yards. Rico Dotto, 5 carries, 15 yards. And then, of course, CeeDee Lamb, 12 receptions, 116 yards on 17 targets. And keep in mind, CeeDee had some drops last night. He had a couple of passes that he should have gotten, but he didn't. Had a couple of drops. So that's on CeeDee. Those passes were open. Dak threw the ball to the right guy, hit him right in the hands, but CeeDee just couldn't bring it in. Again, Cowboys in their bag. Dak Prescott in that bag. I can't do nothing but give props to Dak. And like I said, this is coming from somebody who has been highly critical of Dak Prescott. I've been highly critical of the past. But right now, Dak is playing some serious ball. He's definitely in the MVP conversation. They always gonna throw Hurts in there. Hurts could be fucking 8-8, and they still would throw Hurts in there just because that's the guy that they want to hype up, just to be the devil's advocate. Of course, Mahomes, right now, in my opinion, the only person you can put in that conversation with Dak Prescott would be Brock Purdy and Hurts. I'll give those three are the only people who should be in the conversation. Mahomes, he's kind of outside the circle now, but he's that guy that's always going to be in that mix just because of who he is and what he's done. But again, are y'all good? I know y'all stayed up late wishing and hoping and praying. Y'all was a little pissed off and probably went to bed, didn't sleep well. So I hope you're having a good Friday. But anyway, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good Friday. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So that's my time. Y'all enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy some great college football that's going to take place. We got a whole bunch of conference championships going on. I hope my Florida State Seminoles can beat Louisville and win that ACC championship and move on to the national championship tournament, which in my opinion should be that whole thing should be a tournament that consists of all of the conference champions and all of the conference runner-ups. So everybody that's playing in a conference championship, they should be the only ones that be in that tournament to decide a true national champion. This little 14 bullshit that they vote on and all that, that's bullshit. It's always been bullshit. They just don't want to get off that money. Again, in my opinion, in the lower college levels, you have a true football tournament. It can be done. Never let them tell you it can't be. It can be done. And as I said, I think the conference champions and the person they beat in the conference championship game, they should automatically get a bid to the tournament. The conference champions should get a home game. And then the people who lose in the conference championship game, they go on the road. That's how you do it. I know it sounds easy, but I'm sure it's, once you put that money into it, they make it more difficult. But anyway, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy some great college football games. And then on Sunday, enjoy some great NFL action. We got the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles clashing. And these are the two teams that, when it comes to the Cowboys, these are the two teams that these fools behind me, not necessarily Pat McAfee. I like him. He's great. Pat McAfee show is great. I advise everybody to watch the Pat McAfee show. But the rest of them fools at the 4-letter network and the 3-letter network, San Francisco and Philadelphia is the game. It's the two teams they've been hyping up against the Cowboys all year. Well, we are getting ready to see these two teams play. This game is in Philly. Don't know necessarily what the weather's going to be, but this game is going to depend on which Brock Purdy shows up. Okay? In my opinion, which Brock Purdy shows up. I'm not worried about which Philadelphia Eagle team is going to show up. I'm not worried about which Jalen Hurts is going to show up. I've seen what they are all season long. They're a team that can be beat any given Sunday, but if you allow them to hang around and keep it close, they will find a way to get you in the end. So unless you have the ability to blow their asses out first half and then continue that blowout in that third quarter, if you allow the Eagles to hang around, they're going to find a way to get you. But I'm not really going to give a prediction on this game because it helps me out either way. But we shall see what's going to happen. Personally, I guess I will give a prediction. I'm going to say San Francisco wins this game. But like I said, it's really going to depend on which Brock Purdy shows up. I know what I'm going to get with the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. If it's a back and forth game, the advantage is to the Philadelphia Eagles. If the San Francisco 49ers can jump out on them early and stay on them, advantage San Francisco. San Francisco is a front-running team. If you get San Francisco in a dogfight, that's when you can beat them. Philadelphia, on the other hand, if they get into a dogfight, all they got to do is keep it close, and they're going to somehow they're going to find a way to pull that game out. And, of course, you got the refs. They're doing whatever they can do to help Philly this year. Yeah, I said it. But anyway, man, y'all have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'm your boy, Big L. How about them damn Cowboys? 9-3. Yes, we are. I'm out.